Please note, the following video contains highlights from a live stream investigation done on a phone, so not intended as broadcast quality, editing or film. It was, however, filmed in the moment. This is the museum, so it's the Heritage and Nautical Museum in Wallaroo. Hello everybody! And it is a little bit ad lib because we didn't know what reception was going to be like. We did the police station yesterday, but the reception was not very good. It looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it, guys? Especially with the light above it. You can't see the moon's gone. So it is heritage listed. I didn't realise how much stuff there was in here. So 1865. I'm not sure what reception's going to be like inside, guys, if we can't get much. Now, we don't even really know, guys, if it's haunted. They have heard a few sounds in here, footsteps and things like that, so it is such a treasure. And if you see the stuff in it, so remember, guys, this is more about tourism, so we're going to give you a little tour around. We won't show you everything you can see. So now, Colin, you have worked here, or you're a volunteer. It's all run by volunteers, isn't it? Yes, run by volunteers. Which is absolutely brilliant. And how long have you been a volunteer here?
47 years.
Wow, wow, okay. And I believe you used to do tours, and you used to do ghost tours as well, didn't you?
Yes, we do ghost tours normally, but not during COVID.
Yeah, obviously. So, but what is it? What's the history behind the building that we're in?
The building was originally the first post office, built in 1865, and was used as a post office until 1910, and when they shifted up to another building up the other end of the main street. In 1910, the police department took over, and it was used as a police inspector's office and house. And then in 1974, that closed, and the museum was handed over to the museum, which opened in 1975, and we tell the history of Wallaroo. And there are 4 buildings here to explore, all about the maritime history, the copper smelting history, the general town history, their sport, their entertainment, you name it, we've got it.
Yeah, we've just been for a little walk around, and it's been an amazing collection. And we've only looked at 2 buildings, haven't we?
Yes.
So there is more. So now you did say that some of the volunteers have been hearing footsteps and...
yes, some of our volunteers have heard footsteps in the passage, and when they've investigated, there was no one there.
Okay. Would they've said heavy footsteps, like an adult or child, or...?
Just like an adult, they thought.
Yeah, all right. But families, the inspectors' families would have lived here as well?
Yes, as well as the postmaster's family.
Oh, so okay, so the post office... Okay. I didn't realise his family would have been here. Did you want to show us quickly around and show some of the things that people can come and visit? And how often are you open? Is it every day?
We're open every day, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Right.
And we only charge $6 for adults and $3 for kids.
Yeah, that's pretty good. There's not much you can get for $6 these days. So
this room tells the story of the early pioneers and the Narunga tribe who first inhabited the area. And they used to camp in the sandhills, and they would come up from the bottom of the York Peninsula during the winter months because it was warmer up here.
Yeah.
And in the summer months they would go down the bottom end where it was cooler.
Okay, I love the walls as well. As you look down here, I just love the look of the walls there. It's a stunning building, isn't it?
Yes.
We have some equipment out, which we'll try not to... tread on.
This room in here tells the story of the industries.
Yep.
The iron foundries and the copper smelters and the fertiliser factories. Bagging plants.
So it's quite industrial, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
Around here.
It employed thousands of people. Yeah. The population was about 8,000 in its heyday.
Yeah.
Now it's 4. Yeah.
I love this little horse over here, this little toy horse.
These are items that were used in shops and in family homes during the early years. That horse was used in a shop called Williams's, and it was a drapery store, and later bought by another company called Silvers. And during the summer months they would wind it up and its head would nod, and all the kids would come in to see the nodding horse.
Yeah. Very interested in this gentleman, because I actually talk about him.
The sad
Case of Charles Stratman, and that was actually the hotel that Woodhead owned, wasn't it? Yeah. So we haven't got a picture of Stratman's house. It's gone now. He, just for you guys, he was executed in the Adelaide jail. I do actually talk about him on my Adelaide Jail Dark Side tour when we talk about history of executions, because his execution sadly went very wrong. So, and that's because the executioner, Benjamin Ellis, was drunk that morning and forgot to pinion his legs. So he came from Wallaroo. So, and this is the post office area, wasn't it?
Yes, this room was used by the postmaster.
I just missed the step, guys.
Staff worked in here.
Right.
And you can see the receptacles where they used to post their mail, and the little hatches in the lower windows. The customers would come up the steps onto the front, knock on the door, and they would be given their mail. There was no mail delivery in the early days. We actually found some mail buried under the floorboards.
Oh, did you?
Dated 1910.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what, they just...
in the case.
Oh, wow. So this is the mail they found. So what, they just dumped it, or...?
They must have dumped it. It was equivalent of junk mail.
Yeah.
And there are the letters and the story.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Well, that's cool. And it's, you kind of told us all the little, you know, you look in a room and at the end of the day, you just see lots of stuff. But when we were walking around earlier, we pointed out all these little items and the history behind them that you don't even realise. You know, you sort of look at it and you go, that's just a piece of whatever. But then you came out with, they've all got little stories, haven't they? And it's just,
has a story.
Which is amazing. So we've got to come back as well, guys, by the way. We just, it would take me a long time to...
There's some of the old phones that we used here in the early days. This was the original phone that was in here in 1894.
Oh, wow. So much to see.
There's the old switchboards that were used in the telephone exchange.
You know, I used to work on a switchboard like this. When we used to have to... I used to work for the government in England, and we used to have to get that out and push it into the right... I still remember those. My goodness. Not as old as that, obviously, but... Although... I'm getting there.
The old cash register, where they could test counterfeit coins.
Oh my goodness, look at the size of those things.
They would bang the coin on here.
Yeah.
And they could tell by the sound whether the coin was counterfeit.
Oh, really? Okay. That is so cool.
This is the old witness box from the courthouse, and one of the witnesses tried to stab the magistrate at one stage. He was a seaman who was drunk and involved in a fight on board, and he was charged, and he leapt from his seat onto the judge's bench, which is over there, and the judge was sitting behind there, and he tried to stab the judge, and he never got to go home.
No, I can imagine that's not quite the thing to do, is it? Yeah. So again, just for those who've joined us, we do like to show you these places. We don't know if we'll get anything tonight, to be honest, and that's not what it's about. What it's about is showcasing these places and tourism places so you can come yourself. There we go. Whoop. You can do it in torchlight. That's fine. So there's this, it goes on forever. You got all this stuff here. Actually, I love this cannon. This was found in the Port River, wasn't it?
Yes.
At Port Adelaide. So what was they just, a diver found it, or they...
It was an ex-sea captain, Captain Fife. He lived nearby, and he found it in the swamp in Port Adelaide, restored it all, had it in his home for many years, and when his daughter came to Wallaroo, she brought it with her because he'd died, and then she gave it to the museum.
Wow. So, I mean, as I say, guys, we're not going to give you too much, because we really would like you to come and see this. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. We had a little walk around. We definitely didn't see even part of what was here. So you got exhibits on the Titanic, shipwrecks. You've got the giant squid that they found it was in a whale's stomach, wasn't it? Yeah. We're going to come back in here later. Actually, this one's creepier. I don't know whether it's because the lights are off, and I know it's not an old building. But guys, you got all this old stuff, all these, and the theory also is that energy can cling to items as well. And this place is just chock-a-block with memories and items, and who knows, but it does feel creepier in here than the other building. But we'll see how we go. Now, it may just be residual that people have been hearing. So we may get absolutely nothing, guys. We don't know. So nobody's seen anything in here, Colin says. They've just heard it. Which means maybe what we're dealing with could just be residual. So just sounds, that's all. And we've got, joining us tonight, Sandy.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, everyone.
So she's joining us tonight, and of course Cag. Grumpy Cag.
Thanks.
So, Grumpy Cag. All right, are we able to get the lights off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. Thank you. All right, where's my voice recorder? And
Just there.
just there?
I put it there, look, so it's not actually on the floor for you, look. Thinking, you, old, need somewhere to put your stuff. Cool.
We're just going to call out, just see if there's anything that responds with the lights first. If not, we'll try some EVP. We'll do some portal, and then we'll do an Estus. All right, and then we'll pretty much go across to the next building for the next session. All right. And everybody else can join in, not just me. Who's? Oh, no,
There's nobody in there. That's an empty room.
For some reason, Sandy, I thought you were in there just then. That's what I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I was sure. I was sure you
through
were.
the wall.
No, I just
Oh,
could be trick of eye.
yes.
All right, but I was convinced.
But you kept
then.
looking in there, and I'm like, well, she's behind
I was
me.
talking to what I thought was Sandy.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
No, it could, guys. Could be just trick of eye. I've got a torch pretty much in my face. All right, so we're just gonna go quiet a little bit. All right, there is anybody in here tonight with us? I know all this is going to look very, very strange. The stuff we've put out at the floor. But we can't see you, we can't hear you if you are here. So the only way that we're going to know there's anybody here is if you light up one of the lights. Alright, I have a little box here. And it's got a little orange light on it.
That's my stomach.
It's not until you go quiet you actually hear stomachs. There stomachs are. Don't put that down there, but it's annoying. So it's got a little orange light on it. I was wondering if I put it out there, whether you would try and put your voice on it. And if you can put your voice on it, we can listen back. And it's a bit rude because I've come in here and we haven't introduced ourselves. And my name's Alison. I was just wondering if you are here. Just tag a noisy car in the background. If you are here, could you give us your name, please?
Okay, so my name is Cag, so it's a really unusual name. And I just want to know, did you used to work here or live here?
I've come in here and we haven't introduced ourselves. My name's Alison. And I was just wondering if you are here. Just tag a noisy car in the background. If you are here, could you give us your name, please? Okay, so
Battery's low. Please recharging time.
I just
Do you want mine?
know. I'm going to have enough time to do this. Did you used to work here or live here?
The car or... Don't know what that was. Yeah.
Battery's low.
Yeah,
Please
I know.
recharging time.
Shush.
How come? Do you know what? I didn't even realise they
Power off.
spoke.
No, they do now.
I'm going to put the portal on, guys.
Yes, we know it's a broken radio. Shouldn't work, but hey. I doubt I've had some weird, goes against every grain of my body at working, but we do seem to have had some weird stuff in the past, so hey, we give anything a try, don't we, Ken?
We do.
Just another means to the end, see what we get. If you can manipulate this, then we'll be able to hear you. No.
No. I've got a question here. So can you tell me what your last name is, please? What's your surname?
Sam. That wouldn't be a surname, though. That was a very clear surname. Is that your first name? Do you have a surname? If you have a surname, it means we can look up and see who you are. Did you work here? Or were you one of the family members who lived here? Alright, turning it off. So, yeah, I'm just tagging the names that I'm hearing. Could be radio, but it just means we can go back and look in your records and just see if that name comes up. So, I'll be saying to Colin and you, if you've never done this before, is the problem with that, we're very biased. We've asked a question. We kind of know what the answer is we're looking for. So, what I'm going to do is what we call Estus. I'm going to put the headphones on my head, and then I'm just going to call out any words I hear. You're going to ask the questions, guys, and I won't be able to hear them. So it totally takes the bias out of it. So I'm going to take my voice recorder down.
Are you a male or a female?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you? All right, so you've got that lady down there's got some funny things on her ears. Can you say your name nice and clearly for me?
People.
Yeah, there's some people in today. Could you try really hard just to let her know what your name is? My name's Cag. Can you tell me your name, please?
Me. That sounds like a child. Me.
Okay. So if there's a child here, don't be frightened.
Tired.
Yeah, so am I. It's hot weather. Is it time for your nap? Can you light up? If you want to go and play with those lights down there, you're more than welcome to.
Out.
Okay. We'd rather stay if possible.
Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so you must know Colin.
Green.
Green. That's what the lights are called. The lights are green tonight. Can you see the green lights? Do you like them?
Enough.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Whoa.
Do you get tired of people entering your home all the
Here's
time?
the unusual thing.
Mm.
All right. That enough was a male voice. It was different to all the others. Just when it came through and just went enough. And then the static in this has become almost unbearable.
Wow.
It went from no static at all. I got the nice happy spot. I'll try again. I've turned it off and I'll turn it back on. It's a really weird voice. It was just like enough. Simple.
Can you tell us how old you are?
Norman.
Norman.
Okay, Norman. Can you tell us what you used to do? Are you connected to this building? Or are you connected to the items in the building?
Don't.
All right. What don't you want us to do? Can you tell us? We don't want to upset you. Do you know the policeman?
Talk.
Now, I know I've come in the wrong door, but have I got any mail? Can you tell me? How many are dead? You all right?
Anything or not?
Not really.
The only word that was clear was enough. And then static, like I couldn't hear much. And then nothing really after that. So really random. How about we swing it around? If you want us to leave, if you want us to stop, again, you can light up one of the lights. Any of the lights, doesn't matter which. If you're here and you want us to stop. It's
My stomach.
It does seem pretty quiet.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
But that's fine. I mean, just being in here is great,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So I think we don't want to keep pushing when we're not getting anything. And that's fine, because what they've been hearing could just be residual stuff. Not a ghost, just noises. It's happened over and over again. Somebody's walked down this hallway and it's just replaying for whatever reason. So
Thank you,
we're
Amanda.
not getting a lot, and we're not going to push if we're not getting anything. So, but we do have that other building to go to, which we do. We've only got about an hour left, so we're going to go across, set up over there, and then do a bit more for our Patreons. But if we get anything, you don't have to be a Patreon. Our Patreon over here can tell you what it's like, though.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful. You get to see so much more.
She has to.
Yeah.
She has to say that because we're looking right at her. She's under pressure. You get more than just live streams, but you don't have to. As I say, if we get anything, we're going to put a little video together, and we'll put it up for YouTube, the highlights, as we always do. But any support, because we do pay for all of this out of our own pocket, the travel and everything else, so is always welcome. All right, well, we're going to
But
pack up.
come here, for sure.
Definitely, definitely. Wallaroo. In fact, this whole area, Moonta, Wallaroo, Kadina, come down, it's great. We know that tourism has been hit hard by everybody. The tourists stopped coming in. So any support is always welcome for the accommodation places, for the museums. It helps them keep going. So definitely come down.
Oh, actually, the lighting's pretty good. So,
Of course it is. I know exactly now what I need to do with my lighting. I'm going to become a rigger.
what? A rigger?
A rigger. I'm just going to place your phone in there. I'm not going to put it away until afterwards.
Well, you know how I felt now in the hallway when you had it on me.
No, it's great.
Now, the rattling you can hear, I am just going to point out the natural sounds, because as I said, we keep it real. And that's the wind, I reckon, is it? On the, yeah. So that's what you're hearing when you hear rattling. So any rattling sounds, if it's different to what we're hearing, then we'll listen for it. A little knock. Could be building. And that lets you listen to the natural sounds, which you can hear. And that was a demon. No, sorry, that's my stomach. All right. So,
Okay.
I'll let Cag lead this one.
Okay. Hello. Do you want to start with an EVP?
Yeah, why not? Let's just go through it and see if we get a bite.
Okay, so... Okay, who wants to ask a question? Anybody?
Are you attached to the building or some of the artefacts here? Maybe one of the uniforms was yours.
Were you a harbour master?
All right, so the lady who's got those blue things on her head, her name is Cag.
Run.
She can hear you if you say any words. Can you tell us your name, please?
Son?
Oh,
Oh, cattle.
on the rum. Did you used to like to drink?
Oh, obviously.
Did you just
Two?
notice there's alcohol in here?
There's also cigarettes
They
there.
pause.
Like it.
Is that you playing with the little ball on the rum? Did you used to drink?
Resentment and pest.
Oh, pest again.
Port.
I was just about to, do you know, I was just about to say, what was it you used to drink? And that was in my head about to come out my mouth. And that isn't the first time it's almost like it predicts what you're going to ask. If you give us your name, we might be able to find out who you are.
Oh, ghosts.
You-
So either Bill or Will.
Oh, okay, well, that's interesting when I'm asking for a name. Who was the one that...
Dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh.
cattle.
Thank you, we noticed.
Spirit.
Just thank you for giving us your name, Bill, or Will. You wouldn't have a surname, would you? Well, you would, but could you give us your surname?
2.
2 again. She said 2 earlier.
Good.
Do you have a surname that you can tell us?
Measuring it.
There's not much alcohol left in there to measure. Oh, good, good. Good could be a surname, Shane. I never thought of that.
Oh, good, Emma.
Feel good.
Leave it.
It's a bit stern, wasn't it? Who's playing with the ball on the rum?
Corinne.
All right, well, we'll run with it. Who's Corinne?
Anything?
It was just starting to get a little interesting. Keep going.
Sorry. Let's go around for a couple of minutes.
Just for a couple of minutes here.
Thank you.
So I'm going to run with the name Corinne that just came out just to see where it goes. Do you know that's what I thought, Julie? That somebody's telling the other person to leave it, the rum?
I'm glowing.
No, you
Take
are.
it out.
I'm sorry if we sound a little bit silly or not getting it, but it's very hard with words. Trying to find out the meaning and what you're saying, if it is you. That's what I was wondering, Tanya, as well. Oh, Naomi, the ball is glowing. Yes.
It's just quiet now. I've just got the white noise. I've got nothing coming through.
Okay.
Just that was it.
Well, the ball was going off on the rum,
Oh, really?
and you were very stern, said, leave it.
Oh. It did. It came out with like, leave it. Okay.
No. And we're all wondering, because the ball has stopped since you said that, which is another interesting thing. Whether it's like two, like one person telling the other, no, don't, leave it.
Okay.
And then you said glowing, we're wondering if it's just another word for the ball lighting up.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Because obviously to make it sound.
And I just asked for a name, and you went Will or Bill when I was asking that question.
Yeah. I couldn't work out whether it was Will or Bill. It was definitely one of them, but I just,
Well, either way, it's William.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same name. Oh, that's cool.
So,
Good to know who he was, if they're here.
yeah.
No. That was cool. They just went quiet, so.
It's funny how that happens and it just goes to nothing.
Yeah, it's like they've said what they want to say, then that's it now.
And you think if it was constant radio, it'd just keep going.
Yeah. Funny.
All right, well, guys, I think we're good, because we do need to go and investigate the cottage as well before we finish in Moonta. So we're going to wind up. We're going to let wonderful Colin here go to bed, because we need to go to bed eventually as well. So thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome anytime.
It's been
Great. Loved it.
it's been great. It's just little stuff at the end, but
Yeah, it's been
the whole point is being here, guys, and
just see what they've got in here.
Yeah.
This place is jam-packed full.
yeah.
It's superb.
So I expect all of you to come down.
Yes.
It's only $6. You can't even buy a coffee hardly for that now. So there you go. All right. We'll catch you. I'm not promising. I might put an abandonment up in the cottage tonight, guys. All right. But for now, until we come back again to somewhere, we'll say goodbye. Bye.